Okay, so let's talk about what we're seeing here. This is the B-pillar repair, and if you've had to repair this area before, you know that there aren't really aftermarket parts for this area. I think I remember when I was looking for parts, you could find something for a convertible, if I'm right, I think. And it was very, very expensive, like $200-300. If you're lucky enough to live in an area that has got, Volkswagen sort of junkyards around, you could maybe go and cut out a part. But I am not lucky enough to be in an area like that. So really, my only option here was to rebuild it. And so that's what I did. I just had to rebuild it kind of piece by piece. Luckily, for me, this whole area was going to be covered, and is now currently, because it's all finished, is all covered with the interior upholstery. So looks aren't really going to be a huge concern here, since it's all going to be covered anyways. But this was very challenging because you literally had to just kind of like look at how the pieces, because it's not just one piece, there's pieces that kind of fold into one another and stuff like that. So you do really kind of have to take it sort of piece by piece and just kind of put it together like a puzzle. Now, was this a pretty repair? No, it wasn't. I'll remind you again that this was a new thing for me. Fabricating parts, welding, doing all this was very new to me. But I was at the point where I was like, well, we're in it. Let's just give it a go and see how it comes out. I was happy with the way it came out. But honestly, it felt very tedious because of, like I mentioned, you were just cutting out piece by piece, trying to put it together. Now, where I am now, if I had better tools and better fabricating sort of, like fabricating tools and stuff like that, I probably could do a way better job. But for someone who had not the right tools for fabricating and not a lot of the right things for, just doing the job in a more professional way, because listen, I'm just like a garage builder. I could probably do a way better job of it now, but for as early on as it was in the project and how it came out, I was really happy with it. But we can be honest with ourselves. The welds were not pretty. The welds were ugly. And I got lots of flack for that, actually, on my social media, on Instagram. A lot of comments. A lot of people probably trying to be helpful, but a lot of mean people as well who made a lot of comments about my welds. And you got to take that with a grain of salt. I know that my welds were novice. They were new. I was just learning. But like I said, as I went, my confidence built and I got better as I went because I didn't give up. I just was like, well, let's kind of take what they said and distill it down and see if we can tweak some things because I did need a little bit more heat in my welds and things like that. And like I said, things got better as we went. But if you have to tackle this repair, I don't have much advice other than to say it's just going to have to be kind of pieced together. And luckily, the thing that you're going to have on your side is that this is all going to get covered, or at least in mine, it should all be covered in upholstery. So you won't see if there's any ugly, gross welds or things like that, or if it didn't turn out exactly quite right. This can be a forgiving area because it's not going to be shown. So anyway, super challenging, but actually after I got done, it really did a lot to boost my confidence. And even though it wasn't great, it felt great. So anyways, we'll get back to the video now.